All right, everybody, welcome back to Crisis Report. This is your Crisis Report alert for September 9th, 2025. This is breaking news. Israel has struck Qatar to try to take out Hamas. We're going to get right into it. We are brought to you by Augusta Precious Metals. We appreciate you being here. Hit that like button, do the subscribe thing, darken up the bell. If you're looking to turn your IRA into gold and silver, check out Augusta Precious Metals and the link that is described in the description. Here we go. Power outage, Berlin, Germany, tens of thousands of households without electricity. Police assume an attack on multiple electricity pylons by extremists. U.S. tech giants and Microsoft, Intel, Oracle, and others have helped China build their Golden Shield surveillance system using predictive policing to analyze text calls and DNA to preemptively detain people deemed suspicious, coming to the USA and other places. Abu Dhabi launches low-cost AI reasoning model in challenge to OpenAI DeepSeek called K2 Think. Israel strikes Hamas leaders in Doha, Qatar. U.S. gave Israel full approval for the attack in Qatar on Hamas. We'll have more on that. U.S. Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, says he doesn't know anything about Israel's strike on Qatar and that Hamas has to be eradicated. You've got to remove that threat on the immediate border, frankly, within the borders of Israel. Thousands of starfish have washed up on a beach in Scotland. Nepal's prime minister has resigned and fled as protesters have burned down his house and chased the finance minister through the streets. A lot of terrible things going on in Nepal. We're going to cover that as well. Wife of former Nepalese Prime Minister Rana Dubba has been confirmed dead after protesters stormed their residence. She was last seen leaving the home beaten and surrounded by demonstrators alongside her bloodied husband. Israel has struck the boat carrying Greta Thunberg with a drone. Protesters set fire to Nepal's federal parliament building. In Venezuela, Maduro says 85% of the billions of dollars annually from international drug trafficking is in the U.S. banking system. The real cartel is up north, end quote. Nepali finance minister was dragged along street by the angry protesters. Finance minister reportedly chased by protesters and kicked after video showed him fleeing. Israeli airstrikes in Doha, capital of Qatar. At least 10 explosions reported in Doha as a result of the Israeli strikes. Israel bombed the Palestinian group negotiating headquarters in Doha, Qatar. Multiple explosions were reported. Some say as many as 10 bombs were used. Hamas leadership survived the Israeli hit in Doha, Qatar, according to Reuters. Israeli media, KANN, reports that the operation was carried out with help of multiple American intelligence agencies. Hebrew media reports that Hamas leaders in Qatar were targeted during a meeting to discuss the latest American proposal for a ceasefire. Hamas sources have confirmed this information to Al Jazeera. Qatar promised Trump $1.2 trillion in investment in May and gifted him 400 million Boeing 747-8 for use as Air Force One in May 2025. Trump today approved Israeli airstrikes on Qatar's capital. Macron scrambles to find a new French prime minister as Beirut resigned. Ethiopia mega dam is a great achievement for all black people, according to their prime minister. New York Police Department is deploying additional resources to religious, cultural, and diplomatic sites across New York City out of an abundance of caution in response to the unfolding situation in Qatar. Germany is going to back Ukraine with thousands of long-range drones, according to their defense minister. Sweden's health minister, Elisabeth Land, collapsed during a live press conference. And the UAE has condemned the attack on Qatar. And the Israeli government, or IDF, is going to say who took out everyone is let flying. Any names now, the updates are as follows. Hamas leaders were meeting in a building to discuss the American proposals. Israel struck at the very moment. Someone has been killed, but as of now, the identity is unknown and the operation is still underway. 10 Israeli Air Force jets carried out strikes against Hamas officials, releasing 11 munitions. Qatar is suspending its mediation efforts for the deal until further notice, and Netanyahu has issued a directive to his ministers to refrain from making any statement to the media. Turkey, UAE, and Saudi Arabia have all condemned the attack. Friends, these are all major things that have just gone on. I wish I could do more, but this is as much as I have right now after what I've just checked. But just understand that there's going to be a major uptick in the Middle East now. If they're striking people in other nations like Qatar, that means the gloves have come off and everything is going to start to go south. We're brought to you by Augusta Precious Metals. Hit the links in the description. We'll see you on the next one.